Yesterday, we said we are going to deal with the formulas today. So in Microsoft Excel, what makes it most powerful is use of formulas and use of functions. So today we are going to introduce ourselves to formulas and functions such that we are able to use them. We are going to first go theoretical, then afterwards we shall do them practically. We talked about in our physical class, we talked about relative referencing, absolute referencing, and mixed referencing. And we said our formulas based on these three types of referencing: relative, absolute, and mixed referencing. When we understand this, then we are good to go for formulas. Relative referencing means the formula will keep changing as much as we change the position of the cursor. And when you come to absolute referencing, this means that the formula will not change, or the reference will not change no matter which position in which we are. That is absolute referencing. And mixed referencing is a combination of both absolute reference and relative referencing. One side may not change, but one side can keep changing. So relative referencing means change relative to the position in which the cursor is. Absolute referencing means don't change the reference or the formula relative to the position of the cursor. And mixed referencing is a combination of both. Now let's start Excel formulas. A formula in Excel has a syntax. Syntax means the order in which a formula is written. So the order for you to tell Excel that I'm going to write a formula or I'm going to write a function, you must begin with the equal sign. So the formula begins with the equal sign. Without equal sign, Excel recognizes your function, your formula as a normal text. So begin with the equal sign. The moment you put the equal sign, Excel recognizes that what follows is a formula or a function. So the function name follows. After the function name, then we shall have arguments. And arguments is the range of the cells you are going to work on. So for example, we have equals at the equal sign. Then we have sum is the function name. Then from cells A to cell G2, which are the arguments. Now there are errors that we can make as we use our functions. Some of these errors will appear in your cells. So when you get the first error of the hashes, it means your number does not fit in the cell. So it means you need to expand the cell. And we have the name error. Name error means correct the spelling of your function name. It means there's a problem with the function name. So instead of writing the word sum, S-U-A-M, you may write S-A-M. So there you are making an error and return a name error. Then value error means check the variables you are referring to in your formula. Divisible by 0, it means you are dividing a number by 0. Maybe you want to divide by 10 and you just wrote divide by 0. So you check, adjust, and get right. Then null means the reference is null and void. And reference error formulas incorrect references. So when you see these errors, it means go back to your formula and make corrections. And we have functions versus formulas. So in Excel, we have inbuilt functions. which come with the program. But you can also create your own formula. So when you create your own formula, that's a formula. But when you use a function inbuilt formula, then we are using a function. And functions are either you can get them from fx symbol, which is found in the home tab or in the formula tab, or you can get them using this symbol. Both are found in the home tab and in the formula tab. Now, frequently used functions which we need to learn, we have the sum, and it's written equals sum, then cell range or cell reference in bracket as the argument, average equals average, cell range again, count numbers, we count the numbers in the range, then maximum, we find the highest number or the maximum number in the range, minimum finds the minimum number or the smallest number in the range of cells. Then we have some data analysis functions like the rank function. Rank function is used to find the position. So if you want to find the position of students in the class, who was the first, who was the second, who was the last, so there we use the rank function. So you can say rank the student you want to rank, or the marks of the student you want to rank. Normally we use the cell reference from the range you want to rank. Then we can put 0 to mean exact match. Remember, the range has to be absolute reference because it will not change. And the cell to rank is relative reference. So this is a combination of relative and absolute together making a mixed reference. So the rank function uses a mixed reference. And we have the if statement, which works with conditions. If this condition is fulfilled, then give this. Otherwise, if it's not fulfilled, we take another condition. Say, if you are a year 1 student, you do this course. Otherwise, you do this course. That is if statement. Then nested if is a combination of so many if clauses. If one is not fulfilled, then another one is taken on. VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP is an advanced way of using the if statement. Normally we stop at the fifth if condition, but if conditions are more than that, then we may need to use a VLOOKUP function. So we look up a cell or a value to look up for from a range. Again, this range should be a mixed reference. Then column index to return, and 0 means exact match. Shall look at if error, count if, and sum if. So we have this practical assignment, which I want each one of you to do individually. It's not coursework, but it's just a practical assignment for your practice. However, if you want me to look at it, you are free to send it to me, to look at your work, and I see how you have done it. Okay. Let's go and see these things practically.